what up? Grimdark Xander back with another installment in the Daily Dose. In today's quick battle, we have the Dwarves facing the Tomb Kings. So, for the Dwarfs, we are led by Ungrim Iron Fist. He's got Red Ruin, Deadly Onslaught, Foe Seeker, and Deathblow. As for his army, as he has no other heroes, he's got 3 Miners Blasting Chargers up in the front, 4 Dwarf Warriors as a front line, 2 Quarrelers in the flanks, 2 Thunderers in the middle, a Iron Drake Trollhammer Torpedo also in the middle, and we have the Deadly Flame Cannon and another just normal cannon, and Giant Slayers in the back. He's also got Gyrocopter Brimstone Guns up in the front, going out to do some skirmishing. So, with this build, I just wanted to try different things. I wanted to try less Slayers and more range tools, and I wanted to try the Flame Cannons as well. See how they fared in this battle. So let's go over to my opponent. He's being led by Cetra the Imperishable on his War Kitty. Thing looks so cool. And he's got Blessed Blade of Petra, Wrath of Petra, Petra's Incantation of Righteous Smiting, Nir's Incantation of Protection, Jaft's Incantation of Cursed Blades, Unyielding Will, and Restless Dead, and Curse. The Curse. So, other than that, he's got a Casket of Souls here. He's got, oh, what's that? He's got Tomb Scorpion hiding over there in the trees. Another one hiding over here in the trees. He's got 4 Skeleton Spearmen, 5 as his front line, 3 Skeleton Archers for his backline support, and 2 Shabby Greatbow, one of which is the Chosen of the Gods. So that they have that really cool anti-infantry split shot. So, let's get down to it. So, right away, I started shooting at whatever I could. I had range on a Skeleton Spearman. I knew I had a lot more range tools, so if we did trade at range, I knew I would win. So, I'm going to pull my front line back to get it away from the casket. My Brimstone Guns over here have uncovered his Tricksy Traps of the Tomb Scorpion in there, but we're going to be shooting at Cetra, trying to work him down a little as an undead faction. The Tomb Kings do very poorly without their leadership, so anything we can do to help remove that is very, very good. So he's opening up the casket onto my cannon, but oh my god, almost all those shots missed, poor guy. I'm also switching my cannon onto his casket. So he's shooting at me with his Shabby Greatbow. It's a good play. Try and get me away from Cetra. Try and get rid of my only skirmish tool I have. But we're just going to pull a campaign juke here and just go back and forth, just drifting all over the place like a little grackle. So yeah, again, more shots are just not landing. I think we are at the max range of that casket, which may be why it's so inaccurate right now. I think we can see it. No, we can't see the range. Oh well, but yeah, we've got to be at max range, because we were at max range with the cannon. Like, when I was playing, it was like, the arc was like right here. So he's going to sit there. Smart plan for him. He should have pulled it behind these trees or something to block line of sight, because the casket is a, it does have an arc of fire, a very good one. So, you know, getting it out of range of that cannon would really, really start to cause problems for me, as I have nothing other than the flame cannon, but has very poor range. It's only got 230 range, so... Anyways, he's pulling up his Ushabti Greatbow to continue skirmishing. He's going to start shooting at Ungrim Iron Fist, which is pretty good. That's a good play. Defeat Ungrim. All of the dwarves have great leadership. If you take out Ungrim, that's one of the only anti-large melee infantry I have. So I'm going to pull up my most of my range assets. I'm going to leave my not Brimstone Gun, the Trollhammer Torpedoes behind. Now I'm going to start skirmishing. As you can see in the back there, his Casket of Souls is getting absolutely trounced by the cannon. It doesn't stand a chance. It's a bad trade. Just don't do it. So I'm going to pull back a little bit. I'm going to start skirmishing with my skirmishers, as he's got nothing that's really fast moving. And this is where like Nehakara Horsemen and stuff on the Two Kings roster can really come into handy. So he's sending his Tomb Scorpion on a long mission around the side, but I've got Ungrim, I've got lots of chaff, and he looks like he's going to send them into the cannons, but it's too little too late. His casket has dropped in the back. He's pulling back with his Chosen of the Gods and the other Ushabti Greatbows, which is smart, trying to bull him in range of these Blessed Legions of, oh god, Haketh. But his Tomb Scorpion here is just getting trounced. It's being shot, oh, not yet, but it will be shot by these Iron Drakes. And it's got giant slayers who have heavy AP to get through that 90 armor of the Tomb Scorpion and Ungrim himself. So, looks like he's going to try and come in here with Cetra, try and salvage the situation. I'm switching the cannon shots onto his Ushabti Great Bow. And just continuing to skirmish, trying to pull as many models from those guys as I can down, as each model then obviously takes down its ammunition, and that's less skirmishing that he has available. Then all I'll have is the skeleton archers, and I'll have a massive advantage. So he's still just, you know, juking around back. He's just trying to stay safe, or trying to take as many assets as he can offline, which is smart. He's now attacking my flame cannons, and Cetra's getting in there. Still, I sent Ungrim Iron Fist in there. I split my two anti-large tools. My Giant Slayers are going after the Tomb Scorpion, and my Iron Drakes and Ungrim are going after Cetra. As well, the cannon is still shooting. I think it's shooting into Cetra now. I think I switched targets. Let's see. Yeah, point blank into Cetra, which is great. So this is a really bad fight for Cetra. He's exactly where he doesn't want to be. Super isolated from his army and his ranged support. And he's taking tons of damage. Like, look at that. He's doing it back. He's just working over Unfist. Unfist. Ungrim pretty good, but now that those troll hammers are also online, it's bad. It's gonna be bad for him. Brimstone guns are coming in to help out. So he backs out intelligently. That's probably his best play. Tomb Scorpion goes down. Didn't take anything out. It occupied my flame cannons for a while, but the flame cannons could shoot anything anyways. So, not a big deal. Let's see. Cetra's still running. So, at this point, I was pretty far ahead. Nah, I have a slight advantage on the balance of power, but I've taken out two very important tools. I took out his casket and one of his Tomb Scorpions while losing basically nothing. Just superficial HP damage on some of my Thunderers. Oh, those shots, though. Yeah, okay. So, that actually did some pretty good work. So Ushabti running fairly low on ammo, about 33% left on them, while his skeleton legions of skeleton archers here are doing quite well. Cetra's still running back, but he's also getting shot by this cannon. This position for this cannon was just... I couldn't have asked for a better position this whole game. It had the range of his whole army, and it really just did some work. So, bombing run, not doing much. My opponent dodged it very well, very intelligently. He was a good player. But... unfortunately, my build was just kind of perfectly countered his build. So, now we're all sitting here. My Gyrocopters just got decimated, but that's okay. They wouldn't be very useful for the rest of this fight anyways. They can't really chase off routing units because we're facing the undead. And they've used all their ammo and bombs. So I'm okay with that, losing those Gyro Bombers. So the cannon is actually still shooting at Cetra. And at this point, here shortly, I felt kind of bad. Because the poor guy just was getting picked apart. So I decided to just send everything in. Let's duke it out. Maybe we can, you know, have some sort of epic comeback, which I would love to see. Even if I lost, I would have loved to see it. Like, I just love this game. I love everything about it so much. The comebacks are so awesome in this game. Especially coming back from a deficit like this would be, like, ridiculously tough. You'd have to have some, like, crazy plays. But look at this. Cetra hiding behind this tree. Just perfectly in the tree, hiding from those cannonballs. I thought that was hilarious. This giant sphinx hiding behind this little tree. Let's see if it's working. Nope, not working. So maybe you should hide him further down in the forest. So, what's that? Yeah, Patraz. So he's giving him missile damage and armor-piercing missile damage. That's a good play. Hopefully take out some of these frontline troops before they hit the Skeleton Spearmen. The Skeleton Spearmen are just chaff. Dwarf Warriors are as well, but they have much better stats. They've got, what, 23, 41, 28... yeah, 14, 30, 24. So, these Skeleton Spearmen aren't meant to kill stuff. Here we go. So, the Flame Cannons start shooting. I get it online. It does some pretty good damage per shot. Yeah, look at that. Fantastic. So, I don't know. After this battle, I thought about it. Like, Flame Cannons can be useful, but the thing is, again, their range is so short. Like, this isn't great for an artillery piece. So, I don't know. I still don't know how I feel about them. I'll have to try them a couple more times. If you guys want to see that, throw it down in the comments and I'll do Flame Cannon, I don't know, do a Flame Cannon Sunday or something. So, this Tomb Scorpion comes out of the bushes here and starts attacking, but with Cetra being so low, the only really heavy hitter here is his Tomb Scorpion, as his Ushabti Grippos are running out of ammo, and they're running in, they're just like bootleg Ushabti now. So, I'm sending over Ungrim, and sending over the Giant Slayers and the Trollhammer Torpedoes to deal with that. Frontline fight's going okay. It's just kind of a slap fest, as both our front lines are not very good. He's sending the Tomb Scorpion. See, this is great. He's sending him in after my ranged units, trying to get him onto the healthy quarrelers, which is fantastic. But unfortunately, it was just too late. He didn't have enough assets to really punish my very, very open back line here. The Giant Slayers are running after Cetra now. The frontline fight is going very poorly for him now. The Flame Cannon is decimating his archers. The cannon is still online and shooting with ammo. That thing has just been awesome this game. Tomb Scorpion's taking shots by pretty much all of my ranged fire, and Ungrim Iron Fist with his Foe Seeker. Is that Axe of Dargo? No, Deadly Onslaught. So, at this point, the balance of power is way in my favor. I think as soon as Cetra goes down, it's probably going to end. It was unfortunate. It was a good game by my opponent. I did really enjoy it. I would have loved to see the comeback, like I said. But unfortunately, I just had too much left. I had too many like dwarves. I went really, really wide. So cutting the Slayers seems like it can work. You might have to play a little more methodically, like I did in this game. Really held back. And I don't think it would have worked against a rush build, but Tombkins don't tend to like that. The Flame Cannon worked really well, actually. Now that I think about it, we'll see its stats here, and then we'll go from there. So, Ungrim Iron Fist, 0 kills, but 774 damage. So that was pretty much all on either Tomb Scorpions or Cetra. Yeah, my front line did okay. Not a ton of generated value, but they did what they were meant to. These guys did great. The Giant Slayers with their AP axes. They're down about a half health and did great damage value. Quarrelers did what they were meant to. They were mostly shooting Ushabti. Same with these Thunderers. They actually got slapped. My opponent did a very good job trying to shut down my mid-range game. Trollhammer Torpedoes, 504, also didn't generate too much value. Brimstone Guns, 1071, they were actually great. Wasted a lot of ammo and really annoyed the heck out of some of his units. Let's see here. Yeah, 2,794. So this cannon was probably the MVP of the game. It dropped a lot of things. Tons of damage on Cetra. It dropped a Casket of Souls. You know, if you're playing against the Tomb Kings, I highly suggest you always bring a cannon or two. I was even debating two before I decided to try the Flame Cannon. Because most of their stuff, like they've got Bone Giants, Ushabti Great Bows, Casket of Souls. The cannon will counter pretty much all of that. It's very difficult to kind of outrange the Dwarfs as the Tomb King. So maybe rethink about that next time. Anyways, 130 kills on the Flame Cannon. Did great job clearing chaff. I don't think the Dwarves have a problem with chaff though. So maybe the Flame Cannon's a bit overkill. But then again, if he had something like Tomb Guard or Tomb Guard with a Halberd, they don't really have the great. They're kind of like a tier like 2.5 unit. They don't have the greatest armor values. So maybe it could do well. I'll have to keep trying out the Flame Cannon and seeing what we can get. Cetra the Imperishable did well, 1227, did some fairly good damage. Just got trapped up in a bad position and got countered the whole game, which is unfortunate. But he did quite well with him despite that. So I'm impressed with my opponent there. 5 Skeleton Spearmen in front just died. I'm not even going to go through their value. Skeleton Archers did okay. Mostly did most of that damage, I think, to the Gyrocopter. But Tomb Scorpions, this one did okay. This one didn't. Just got slapped. Ushabti did very, very well. Definitely paid there for themselves. But he was doing very well skirmishing these guys against my Archers, Quarrelers, and Thunderers. But, you know, he could have... I don't know. There's such a weird pick in this Dwarf matchup. Because, like, their range isn't even as good as an artillery piece either. I don't know. Interesting. Casket of Souls did okay. Nothing special. Got countered by the cannon again. So, anyways, this is more of like a cannon highlight video, apparently. If you like the battle, go ahead, drop a like, drop a sub, or at least think about it. If not, no big deal. Stay safe, and I'll see you.